What's going on, guys? Stone back here again with another video, and this one's starting off a little differently. As you can see already, we are reviewing the $1 Million Championship, a replica version of that. And the reason that this video intro is different is because I don't even want to handle this fucking belt. It's a fucking nightmare, and I've only seen it for about 2 minutes. I'm going to get into all of that. It's very nice, but I'll highlight why I probably wouldn't recommend it. So anyway, this is a review of the WWE $1 Million Championship replica belt. Right, so first of all, you do get the belt bag, so it has got that nice sort of sexy feel to it. It does tell you what it is, so you've got a big WWE logo, $1 Million Championship replica. The difference is with this one, so this is one thing that's quite annoying. So this belt is fucking huge. I'll get into more on that a bit later on, but because how big this belt originally is when it comes from like the factory, the zip doesn't go all the way across the whole belt bag, so it's quite difficult to get out. It does have 2 zips, if that even helps you, and it does only go from, you know, about, well, that long, whatever the fuck that is. So it's a bit awkward to get out to begin with. So flip that over. And yeah, I can't believe the size of this belt. I mean, look at that. It's like a freaking snake. Sorry if I'm effing and jeffing all the time, but shit bugger fuck. I'm just surprised by this. I was really looking forward to seeing this, but now it's like I don't want to see it anymore. But here we are. I'm doing this review for you guys. So let me just gather the measurements on this to tell you how the length of this at least. Right, so fresh out of the factory when it's delivered to you, with none of these buckles or chain links, whatever you want to call them, without any of them removed, it's about approximately 155 centimeters. So that's just over 5 feet. I mean, that's quite ridiculous, really, considering. And so from the height of it, I've actually done it from this point here, not from here. So from here to here is about 19 centimeters. So it's a really long belt, but thankfully you do get a set of instructions with it. It explains to you how to remove some of the buckles, or the links, sorry. So in between each one, let me focus this, you do have screws. And I haven't done this, but I would assume that you take a Phillips head screwdriver, you unscrew that, you then unscrew one on the other end. And apologies if that video is just flipped, but there is one on the other end as well. And then you would still need to unlink the end ones. And the reason for that is because that's how you lock up the belt. Now I'll tell you now, I'm not going to do the sort of thing where I put it around my waist, because this thing weighs, it's very heavy, and I'm very skeptical about handling it too much because there's all these diamonds on it. But let me go back first of all to removing links from this. So you can do that, shorten it, and on the end one here, you have these little buttons on each end, as you can see where my thumb is. So focus again. So if you press that, you'll see these move. So that plugs into the other end, locks in, and then to release it, you press these buttons, then you can pull it straight out. Hopefully that makes sense to you. But anyway, let's take a look at the belt. So yeah, you got all these fake diamonds on here, these artificial diamonds. Right, so the majority of this video we're going to be counting each and every one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only fucking with you. I'm not going to fucking do that. Jesus, we got a life. Right, so yeah, you got the $3 signs here, as you know if you know this belt, full of the artificial diamonds here. So, Jesus, look at that. Try counting that. And then this is all the gold painted metal here. So yeah, this thing really is really heavy. So that's one of the things I would say about, I wouldn't recommend this, to be honest with you. And on each one here you got the 2 of the big fat artificial diamonds, so that's all of them there. So one thing we are going to count, let's count how many on each side. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 is the end one. So you've got 8 here. On the other side, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 on this side, and then the one at the end which connects it. So these do fold like that, and you can take them out because each one's got an individual screw. So I'm not going to flip this over, but on the back you got this nice sort of, it feels a bit like suede, but it's not, but it is very smooth. So if you do put this on, it's not like there's just going to be metal scratching you up, although the edges here, no, they're quite smooth actually. So I'm trying to focus it, so the edges here, they're quite smooth. And so that sort of suede thing is on the back here as well, where you do have the like stitching, the property of blah blah blah, all that sort of thing that runs all the way across each and every link. Right, so my reasons for not recommending this. First of all, you have so many of these artificial diamonds to keep hold of. Just getting it out the bag, you can see, if this focuses, one has already come out. I put in the instructions right there. So one has already come out. I'm not entirely sure where it's come from, but I have a feeling it's probably here. Another thing, because this belt is really heavy, just got it out the bag, and it's, oh gosh, I'm a bit worried about this, but it is, one of the links is broken on the bottom here. Can you see it? Maybe you can see that. So right there, focus isn't too good right now. Yeah, it's not really a belt you'd want to be flinging around, because you could have bits flying everywhere. It's really heavy, and I'm pretty sure quite a few people are going to have to be removing a lot of these links to have it fit around their waist, because it's definitely the biggest, longest belt that's out there. It's crazy. So yeah, if you, so sort of like the last video, if I have to sort of like rate on a scale of 1 to 10, well, no, I'm not going to rate it on the scale of 1 to 10, that's a bit difficult, but realistically, unless you're totally in love with this and you are going to put it on display, I wouldn't recommend this belt. I wouldn't fancy flinging this over my shoulder, carrying it around as a normal belt, because I'd be worried that it's going to fall to pieces because of its own weight, because of the features on it in terms of all the artificial diamonds. It's purely for something that you would put in a cabinet, in my opinion, something on display. But even then, you need to make sure you have really strong shelves, because this thing is extremely heavy for a replica. Like, you know, I can't imagine what the real one must have felt like, probably heavier than this. But yeah, there you have it. Like I said, I'm not going to do the putting it around my waist and such, because I'm very skeptical about handling this too much. But anyway, hopefully that helps you. Yeah, I don't know what more I can say about this really. Just maybe give you another close-up. So there's no logos on it, it's literally just diamonds and dollar signs. So it's all about the money, ha 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 ha, and all that stuff. Right, so I think that's probably it then. I suppose I can give you one sort of look around it, but it's all pretty much the same. So this is the end where, this is the female end where the clips would go into. Alright. And that's that. Right, anyway guys, I hope that video helps you. My overall verdict, I wouldn't recommend this. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I was really looking forward to seeing it, but I'm glad I've got that out the way, because now it's just like, nah mate, I don't want this. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope that helps you, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm just going to try and put this away now and make sure I don't break it even more. So yeah, see you later guys. Bye.